Hi everybody, my name is Katie and I'm with the Penn State Healthy Bodies Project. Today, we're going to start eating through the alphabet. I always like to start off with a poem, so why don't we do that? I want you to watch and I want you to listen. I'm going to say the poem first and then you're going to get the chance to do it on your own. Don't worry, we'll put the words up on the page for you too. This is how the poem goes. I wash my hands, I brush my teeth, I eat good foods all day. I sleep at night and when I wake, I stretch and stretch and stretch and then go play. Okay, now it's your turn. Get ready to hit pause. We'll put the words on the screen for you and you can give it a try. In this video, we're going to focus on one particular food that's our mystery food of the day, but we're not going to talk about it just yet. The first thing we're going to do is talk about the two different types of foods that we can have. There are go foods and slow foods. What do you think those mean? Let's think about that for a second. Go foods are types of foods that help us go. They keep us active. They give us energy. We love go foods and we want to eat those as much as we can because go foods give us the energy we need to go outside and play and be strong. Pause the video now and talk with an adult or a person in the room about what go foods you like to eat. All of those go foods sounded so good. I love go foods. Some of my favorites include fruits, vegetables, milk, cereal, bread, and oatmeal. I love go foods. So we talked about go foods, but we also need to talk about slow foods. Slow foods are foods that we only want to have sometimes. It's okay to have them, but we want to just make sure that we don't eat too much of them because they tend to make us tired and slow. So pause the video now and talk about what foods might possibly be some slow foods that we only want to eat sometimes. You came up with a really great list of slow foods. Some slow foods that are pretty common are candy, soda, potato chips, cake, donuts, those sorts of things. We like them, they taste really good, but they tend to slow us down, so we don't want to have them too often. It's so important to remember the difference between go foods and slow foods that we have a poem we're going to share with you. So what I'd like for you to do is stand up. I'm going to say a line, and then I want you to repeat that line after me and try and do the hand motions that I'm doing. Ready? Ready to run, ready to play. Your turn. We eat go foods each and every day. Apples, peas, oatmeal, cheese. Lets our bodies move with ease. Cookies, chips, soda, cake makes us want to take a break. These foods really make us slow. We really want to go, go, go. So we'll eat go foods every day. Good job, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. Good job. Today, we're going to start tasting our way through the alphabet. I'm sure you know your alphabet. In fact, I know you know your alphabet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the alphabet on the screen and we want to hear you sing your alphabet. So get ready to hit pause and sing the alphabet. Wow, you did such a great job saying your alphabet. I loved hearing it. Now what I want you to do is I want you to think, put on that thinking cap. What was the first letter of the alphabet? Go ahead and say it out loud. Whoa, that's right. right, letter A. Letter A is the first letter of the alphabet, and that's the letter that our food of the week is gonna start with. So let's think for a second. Letter A. I want you to pause the video now and think of as many words that you can that start with the letter A. If you were able to name some words that began with the letter A, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Boo, boo, boo. Awesome. Now what I want you to do is I want you to pause the video again one more time and see how many words start with the letter A that are foods. So start thinking of foods that you can think of that start with the letter A. Go ahead and hit pause now. Wow, friends, you came up with so many different foods that start with the letter A. Good job. Some of the ones that I came up with were apples, applesauce, asparagus, artichokes, and our food of the week. Are you curious to know what it is? Well, I'm not going to tell you just yet. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some clues about what it might be. And then we're going to show you part of a picture of our food of the week and have you try and guess. So here are some clues about our food of the week. The color that our food is orange. Our food of the week is also really special because it has a pit in the middle of it, which you'll probably see in the picture. And another thing that would be a good hint is that our food of the week is very sweet. Get ready, because here comes the picture. When the picture shows up on your screen, go ahead and hit pause and talk about it with the people you're with to see if you can guess what this food of the week might be. Good luck. If you guess that our fruit of the week is an apricot, then you're right, it is. Apricots are our beautiful food of the week. Everybody make sure you're paying attention because we're about to put a picture of an apricot up on the screen. And what we want you to do is pause the video and talk about it with the people that you're with. Talk about what color is it, what shape is it, what does it look like to you? Does it look like anything else? Go ahead and get ready to hit pause. I have a couple questions for you before we get started. I want to see you raise your hand as high as you can if you've ever had an apricot before. Go ahead, raise your hand. Wow, okay. If you haven't had an apricot before, I want you to go like this. That's okay too. It's totally fine if you haven't had one before because we're going to learn about them anyway. And the next time you see an apricot, you're going to know everything there is to know about them. Have you ever said the word apricot? I want you to say it with me. I'm going to say it one way and I want you to repeat it. Are you ready? Apricot. Wow. Okay, now let's say it in our best whisper voice. Ready? Apricot. Now I want you to say it in a silly voice. Apricot. Good job. Excellent. I think you guys know how to say apricot now. Let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about apricots. Now, I have a couple of quick little questions for you. Do you think an apricot is a fruit or a vegetable? Which one? Which one? Bing, bing, bing. Apricot is a fruit. Now, do you think an apricot grows on a bush or in a tree? Which one? Which one? On a bush or in a tree? Ding, ding, ding. An apricot grows in a tree. Now, last question. Who remembers the name of the thing that's in the middle of an apricot? So we're going to show you another picture of an apricot. And this one, you'll be able to see the seed, also known as the pit, in the middle of an apricot. The thing about a pit is you can't actually eat it. You have to take it out and eat around it because they're really hard and they would hurt if you bit into them. But the cool thing about a pit is if you take it and you plant it in the ground and you give it water and sunlight and you take really good care of it, an apricot tree would grow. Now there are other fruits that have pits in them, and I want you to see if you can think of any. Go ahead and pause the video now and see how many foods or fruits you can name that have pits in them. There are a lot of different fruits with pits in them. Some of them that you might have named are cherries, avocado, nectarines, peaches. Those are all acceptable. They all have pits. And remember, if your fruit has a pit in it, don't eat the pit because it'll hurt your teeth. Another interesting fact about apricots is that you can buy them fresh, or you can buy them dried or frozen or canned, which means that you can have it in a lot of different ways. Makes it super yummy and super fun to eat. Another thing to know is that anytime you buy fresh fruits or vegetables, they should always be washed before you eat or cook with them. All right, everybody, it's time for us to taste our own apricots. Well, we have some today. Take a look. These apricots are dried, so they're usually a little bit more flat than regular apricots. And before we taste them, we like to kind of just feel them. They feel a little squishy, which is good. And, oh, they smell really sweet too. Kind of like candy almost. And then what we like to do is we like to sing a song. Let's all try this new food. Let's all try this new food. Let's all try this new food. I wonder how it tastes. It's so good. And chewy. I love it. It's so good. I think I'm gonna have another one. The next time you go to a grocery store, I want you to put on your looking glasses and see if you can find any apricots, either in the produce section or maybe in the dried fruit section. Give them a try. I think you might like them. Don't forget, we have a fun craft for you to try that we're going to show on the next page before we end our lesson for today. And thank you so much for taking time to come and learn about apricots with us today, and we'll come back next week with a brand new lesson about another fruit or vegetable. See you next time.